So hello everyone, this side Saurav here. I have 10 plus years of experience in machine learning and data science and deep learning applications. So majorly I have worked on the different AI related projects, that is the text on detection, speech to text conversion, brand analysis, digital marketing automation, content generation, or the chatbot. Chatbot is the one support automation system where we are automating all the support tickets and all the activities which is coming to the level 1 and level 2 supports. So whenever there is any tickets is coming in BPO or any organization, so all these tickets are getting automated with the help of our chatbot. So we have 4 to 5 major clients in the industry who are working on the different client supports. So they are also using our services to automate their that channel where they are getting all the tickets from the end user, right? So just I will give you a brief idea. That is the text tone detection is like where we are finding exactly the mood of the customers about specific service or specific brand. So when you talk about the tone detection, so when we are getting lots of data, either it is the email data, either it is the chatbots text messages, or it is in phone calls or any other data, any other form of data which is present in database or any other systems. So to find the tone of that data is one of the important activity for in the current situation in the current market. So all companies are finding insights of that data. So what exactly people want to say about the specific product or service. So they are using lots of AI related, machine learning related algorithms and AI related stuff. So to detect that what is the mood of the customer, right? So if you see, means there are the hundreds of thousands of industries, it will become very difficult anyone to sit from the 10th floor and detect that what exactly is happening throughout the world for the different products. Just take one Unilever like company, thousands of products are there, and it is very difficult to understand that what people are talking about, which brand, what is their sentiment, how it is performing. So these companies are using the machine learning, data science, deep learning to find exactly the tone of the text. So whatever the data they are getting, either it is a Twitter data, either it's Facebook data, or any other medium of data which they are getting with respect to their brand or their product name. So they are processing that data and finding the insights of that data. So to process and find that insights, they are using the machine learning and data science algorithms. We also have that type of projects where we are differently working on the different clients and customers who are finding exactly the tone of their customers. So let's start with the today's agenda. So today we are going to cover the why we should go for the artificial intelligence, AI industry and its latest updates. What is that artificial neural network behind the AI? So this is one of the important concepts. So detecting the object from the image, and we also go and check the live projects covered in this course. Okay. So why we should learn AI? So most of the people in the current industry are going in the such a phase where that AI and machine learning algorithms are automating their task. So either it is a service-based industry or product-based industry. All these industries are working hard to automate the things which they can. So the way of work was there in the previous 15 years or there 20 years, 100 years. It is going to change now. So in the next 5 years to 10 years, most of the things will get automated with the help of machine learning and data science and deep learning algorithms. So either it is a hotel industry, either it is the telecom industry, either it is banking industry or any other industry. So AI is not related to one industry. If you are working in the support projects, all your level 1, level 2 projects are going to be automated. And if you know that in India, the whole IT market is totally dependent on the support projects which is coming from the outside. So 60 to 70% revenue which current IT market is getting is from the supports. So it is not from the new development. So whenever we got any new development at that time, it is the limited budget. Means they are investing a few crore rupees to get that application developed. But after that, they are investing hundreds of crore rupees to provide the support to their customers. But if that support itself goes automate, so then there will not be any requirement of the people who are going to work behind the screen, right? So we also have some automation systems where we are putting AI algorithms to find exactly the tone of the what is the context of the person, what they want to ask, and give resolution to that question. So instead of some people or agent sitting behind the screen will respond to the user, that bot is automatically responding that. So thousands of jobs in that BPO industry, we can say, or the industry where there is a repetitive type of tasks. Means if you think that my task cannot be get automated, just check that how much task I'm doing repetitively. Miss per month or per year or per 6 months, what are the my activities which are getting repetitively. So all these activities which are repetitively getting done, that will get automated. So automation come first to the place where the task is a repetitive task. So as I told that AI is means replacing all the human, means most of the people in the industry with the robots or any other models, right? And there is one major impact or major reason that why people are moving towards the AI. The quality people in this industry is very less. Means there are the lots of people who are working or are going towards the AI. But if you see that people who has really skills on the different data science algorithms, machine learning algorithms, or the neural network or big data or anything like that, is very less. So just I will tell you that last means 6 months back we was put one requirement for the data scientist who can work for our some different models. So that post was got visited or viewed by more than 1 lakh people, and out of that 1 lakh people only near about 600 people was shown that interest, means marked as interested like that. And out of that, when number of people submit their resume, it was like near to 100, means out of 1 lakh only 100 people was sent that resume to the company. And out of that, when we shortlist that, lots of people was don't have miss any knowledge or anything, means they was just not even started also, means their resume was just they are looking towards this opportunity, but they don't have any done any course or anything. So at the end we shortlisted only with the 20 people. So out of 1 lakh only 20 people was got shortlisted, and out of that 4 people was get selected for this for that interview. So you can imagine that number out of, means even the lots of people are saying that, means we are looking towards this field, but it is not like that all the people have that much good hold on the technology, that much means strong knowledge on this towards this domain, this AI related stuff. So it is always a good opportunity to all of us or all the people who are going to work toward the machine learning and artificial intelligence. Now you will say that how long this opportunity will be there, means is it will be going to be the same as the other industries are like, means if you see the .NET or Java or other people, there is lots of people has already came, and people are miss now trying to switch from their domain to other domains. So whoever is coming to that domain, they are saying that already there is so much, means if there is one interview and one position is even open for the .NET, more than thousands of resumes are coming, and out of that 200 300 people are coming for the interview for one position, a single position of a junior .NET developer or a senior .NET developer. 200 or 300 people are coming to the interview itself. So you can imagine that how much competition is there in that field. So definitely, miss, and you, the question will be in your mind that will it be going to be this like that? Definitely no. The reason behind is that the AI is not a constant domain. So if you are working toward Miss .NET, if you are working in 2010 and you are working in 2015 or 2020, there will not be that much change in that, means the way you are writing the program, the way you are using the syntaxes, the way you are using that framework. So most of the things will be same. Only wrapper will get changed in last 10 years in the .NET or Java. But what happens in the machine learning and data science, lots of things get changed. So the way people was working in 2010 and the way people has worked in 2015 and the way people are working right now in 2020 in machine learning and data science are totally different. There is no any correlation also, means lots of things has already changed, means you can say more than 70 to 80% things are got changed. In .NET or Java, only 20 to 30% will get changed, but here 70 to 80% will get changed. Only the basic thing will be remain as it is, means you have to take that data, process that data, wrangling and all this stuff. But even the techniques of that processing the data had got changed. How to handle that data, how to manage that data, that has got changed. The algorithms that people are implementing, that got changed. The way they was finding the insights from that data, that got changed. Means everything, the way they was deploying to the servers, that got changed. Everything has changed from the last 5 years to 10 years. Right. So because of that, means people who will continuously moving, changing their self, who are ready to upgrade their knowledge, who are ready to upgrade their skills, they always have opportunity in this domain. So if you want to upgrade yourself, you want to go to the new skills, if you want to go to higher packages, there is always opportunity in machine learning and AI. Now some people are coming and asking that, miss, right now I'm just started to think about that, but there is no any miss plan as of now, but I will see after 1 year or 2 year. Guys, miss, when this type of thoughts comes, the problem is that after 1 year or 2 year, already lots of people has already came in this industry. They will start to work on all these domains and technologies, on all these things. They will start to upgrade their self, so they will be at one bit master level. So instead of starting after miss, it will be compulsorily for all of the people who are one miss going toward the technology domain. They have to switch toward the machine learning, data science, deep learning, or somewhere related to the smart programming. The conventional, the way we was doing the programming was a bit different. The way AI doing the programming is a bit different. So they have to switch. Either they switch in today's generation, or they will switch after 3 years or 5 years. But at that time, they will get more miss competition as compared to today, because at that time lots of people will already started to come. So it is become miss that at that time is at 2025, people will start to search for the employees who has 4 years of experience, 2 years of experience, 3 years of experience. So instead of starting at the 2 years later or 1 year later, or going for the bigger program, some people are going for the bigger program of 1 year program. There is no any point of going to 1 year program. The thing which you are going to learn in the 1 month or 2 months, that same thing you are going to learn in 1 year program. What is the point? So after 1 year, you will lose all the things, whatever you have learned in the first day, you will lose all these things. At then, what will be in your hand? Even your hand, only one thing will be there. That is the last few months what you have learned, and on the basis of that you are going to try to go the interview, and you will prepare before the interview. That's it, right? But if the same thing you can do in 1 month of program or 2 months of program, that will give you more beneficial. So few people try to go for the 1 year or long term program like 2 years. It is just wastage of money, nothing else. At the end, when you will sit in front of the interviewer will ask you a question. They will not check from which university you have the degree, from which college you have passed out, from which university means, or from how much marks you got in the 10th and 12th and engineering and or any other domain. They will check only thing that what is your experience, what is your knowledge you have, what are the POCs you have developed, what are the algorithms you have gone through. So they will check your knowledge and knowledge only. There is no any point to go and sit for the 1 year and 2 year of long program, wasting the time and money, and after that coming back to the same flow after 1 year. So instead of that, start to work on the live projects. So instead of waiting the time in some courses or some programs like 2 years program, 3 years program, 1 year program. So instead of that, start to work on the projects and get the live updates, live understanding of the syntaxes, algorithms, data, problem statements. That will be more helpful to all of you, right? So it is already said that in Harvard University, it was told that means in 21st century, the data science and machine learning is the sexiest job. So in that century, so all the people who are coming from any background, they are trying to switch. Miss, lots of people from the mechanical background are coming to us that I want to miss what are the things I am doing. Miss, I don't want to switch totally to the AI. But only thing is I have to do that means what we are doing in our industry that we want to automate. So we want to learn that how we can automate that. So instead of the IT people will come and automate our things, how we can automate that. Or the people from the different industries are coming and asking that whatever the automation we are miss other people are doing, so how we can learn that automation and we implement that automation in our systems. So that type of miss things are going on in the market. And the question you will ask that miss, why there is so much boom in this market for the data science and machine learning. So if you go to the 2015 or before that, the number of data which was getting generated, it was like 50 zettabyte or something like that. But recently, means last 5 years, the capacity of storing all this data has got very high. Means companies are storing large amount of data. Even the way you are joining, you are opening any website, you are putting some chatbot, some text, you are doing any activity, they're tracking all the means activities, and they're understanding that what exactly that users behavior, they are understanding the users data, they are storing that all the data and processing that data. So because of that, more than 133 zettabyte of data has got processed or stored in the last means we can say in 1 year or 8 months or somewhere. So to process that much amount of data, they require the data scientist. So it is not possible to means just a few machine learning engineers or someone will work on that. So they require the large amount of data scientists. All organization has their own data sets, and they generally do not prefer to give that data set outside. Suppose there is one company, IBM. IBM will not give their data to the any other database company or data scientist company, right? Or there is one other company, like if you suppose there is one company like our company will not give the data to the any other company to process that data. So we have in-house our team who are working on data. So all the companies are trying to put their own engineers to work on the data and find the insights from the data. So because of that, lots of openings are coming to this industry, and there is a huge boom in the market. So even the CanadaUpdates.com also suggested that there is a shortage of data scientists in the current risk market. Now the you can say that means why there is so much means high salaries are getting paid for the data scientist machine learning. As you know that if there is demand is very high and the supply is very low, in that case there is the imbalance between the demand and the supply, and that is causing this high salaries. Okay, so if you go to US or UK or any country, you will get highest paid for more than $1 lakh, $1,50,000, $1,70,000. It depends on the position you are holding, the knowledge you are holding, the projects you have work on. Some people has taken the retirement at the age of 35. You will be surprised that people who was working on the different algorithms in the Google automatic car or some lots of companies, people who are working on very complex projects, they have taken a retirement at the age of 35 or 36, 37. They have enough amount of money, they have generated enough amount of property they have generated. They are not willing to work onwards. They have taken the retirement at the age of 35 or 37, 30 or 38. So you can read that news also in the some websites or somewhere, right? We will go a bit technical topics. So why we should learn the Python means whenever we are working, we are saying that we use the machine learning or data science, we use the basic language as a Python or the R. But more people are preferring the Python because when Python was invented in 1980s, at that time the popularity of Python was not that much. Even till 2007, people was not preferring the Python. At that time, C, C++, Java, other languages was there in the market, and people was preferring to these languages only. But in the last 10 years or 12 years, we can say that the way data science, machine learning, and this programming has came up, the interest of the all the programmers towards the Python has gone up. And you can say that in 2020, you know which language is at the top? Nothing but the Python. Python is the first language preferred by all the programmers. For the either it is web application development, it is testing automation, it is cyber security, package and library support. Means if you go any application, Python is going to be the first preference. And you will be surprised that more than 60% people are preferring the Python in the machine learning and data science, and only 4 to 8% people are preferring the R language. There are some specific requirement. Only for that requirement people are using R. There is no any other reason to go for the R. Means if it is related to something analytics or something like that, then only people are going for the R. But most of the people are going toward the Python programming language. And the way Python programming language is simple, so simple to write, so simple to understand. Even person from the other background or from the non-technical, non-IT background, they are also understanding that. Because of that, people are preferring the Python. The number of packages available in the Python are very high. Means you will get all the packages. If you are written means any C program also, you can import that C programs packages in the Python. If you have Python packages that you can import in the C languages. So there are lots of features and facilities available in the Python. Because of that, people are going towards the Python and preferring it is a first language. Now the question comes in lots of people's mind that what exactly is the buzz that means data science, deep learning, machine learning, artificial intelligence. So where exactly that data science sits, where exactly that deep learning sits, what exactly that big data, what is the deep learning, what is the machine learning, and what exactly their differences. So guys, let me just explain it in bit detail. That when we talk about the artificial intelligence, so if you see that this is the bigger circle, so this is nothing but the artificial intelligence is not any specific technology. It is not like that. Means if you are writing something in the program, Miss Python, it is going to be artificial intelligence. It is not like that. If you can write the AI program in the C, you can write it in the C++, you can write it in the Java, you can write it in any programming language, or any algorithm you are writing, any automation you are doing, wherever you are putting intelligence to the systems, where systems are taking the decisions. Even if you are writing one if loop condition also, if else condition also, that is also artificial intelligence, right? Means you are giving the power to the machine to take the decisions. What is the intelligence? Artificial means giving power to the machine that you take the decisions. Means you, when you are writing one condition, if color of means we can say that tomato is equal to red, then you have to subscribe to it. subscribe it is equal to true, else false. What you are doing here, you are putting one system and you are training to that system that if the color of tomato is equal to red, then go and subscribe that, else don't subscribe that. Means at the end you are putting some intelligence in the machines. So when you are writing a simple program or you are writing a complex program, all the program are going to be the intelligence. So that is the nothing but the artificial intelligence. Now that you can write in any programming languages. So whatever the people are doing, means from the last 100 years, whatever the technologies are doing, automation is going on. So all means either it is IoT, it is robotics or anything, lots of things are coming under the artificial intelligence, right? So inside that artificial intelligence, there is that few terms like either it can be the robotics, it can be IoT, it can be machine learning, it can be deep learning, it can be neural network, it can be anything other than this also, the big data processing, macro writing program, anything that all comes under the artificial intelligence. Now what is the difference, means what exactly is the machine learning? Machine learning is subset of the artificial intelligence where you are writing different ML algorithms. What is the ML algorithms? Suppose there are the list of some few algorithms like logistic regression, linear regression, decision tree, support vector machine. So n number of algorithms are there. It is not limited to 1 or 10, right? More than 100, 200 algorithms are there in the machine learning, and all the companies are using their own algorithms as well. So we design that algorithms. What is mean by algorithms? Algorithms are nothing but some few types of instructions that we are training to the model that you have to go in this direction. So when we are saying that linear regression or the logistic regression, there is some set of instructions or formulas are given to the machine that if this is the data, then process that data in that format and return us the output or give us the predictions. So what can be the future values or something like that. So in that case, we use the machine learning algorithms or the any other algorithms to take the decisions on the basis of that or on the basis of the data. So machine learning is nothing but writing different algorithms, either using the Python, either using the C, Java, JavaScript. You can write in the any other programming languages, .NET also, R programming. There are multiple languages are there. You can do the machine learning. Python is the most preferred out of that. Now coming to the deep learning, what exactly is the deep learning? Deep learning is nothing but the when the data which you have is very high. Like suppose there is the two parts. One is the data science. Before that data science comes, you can see here, this is one bigger circle. Inside that one, we can see here it is a data science. So data science contains some part of the machine learning also, deep learning also, and it is outside the machine learning also. It is not required that all the data science will come inside the machine learning only. It can be outside the machine learning as well, right? So data science, when there is a huge amount of data, suppose if you just take one Facebook algorithm, when it is detecting the expressions on the face. So when you have one face and you want to detect the expressions on the face, that the is the person is smiling or he is happy or nervous, what exactly. So in that case, what you will do, you will pass this data to the machines and machines will take the decisions. Now here this number of data will be not in the few like 100 or 200, it will be thousands of crores of records, thousands of crores of images that Facebook is getting per second, per millisecond from the throughout the world. Okay, so what they are doing, when lots of time you have seen that Facebook automatically gives you suggestions to tag the person's name of the person in that image. So what exactly they are doing, they are processing that images, they are checking that face, and they have already mapped in their databases, they have already mapped that this person is coming, then the name of this person is XYZ. Okay, if another person is coming, means on the Facebook he's putting his photo as a profile photo or something like that, then they are mapping that person is ABC. Okay, so they knows that means which person is what and what exactly is the expression. So they have trained their model. So when they got huge amount of data in the thousands of crores, at that time to process that data, they require deep learning algorithms. So it is not possible to pass that some machine learning algorithms. So at that time they require the very high computational algorithms where there are lots of layers of the networks are there, and they pass that images through the different layers. We'll see that.
Hi Saurabh, Vikram this time.
Yeah.
Sorry for disturbing you.
Yeah, hi Vikram.
Yeah, can you just go back 2 slides back? I have one question here.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like you are saying that AI is the leading in the market, right?
Right.
But actually, if I heard clearly this session till now, then everything is based on only data, right? And the data which is going to be processed.
Right.
So I have a question here that for the processing the data and making the decisions based on the process that data, we already have the systems in the market like BI intelligence, right?
Right, right,
So how business intelligence and the AI is a different, and why AI is the like it's having this
right,
kind of
right.
bump in the market
Yeah.
compared to the BI, and why like that? Because everything is based on the data. Then how
Yes.
BI is a how AI is the more competitive compared to
Yes.
the BI?
Yes. Yes.
How
Exactly. I
means
got
that
that.
is what my question.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I will just come back to this slide. So when we talk about the business intelligence, so BI and yeah, Mr. Data Science. So what exactly happens in the BI? The number of records coming to the BI, the number of data with reports or the Excel sheets or any SQL data in database are coming in the BI. What the BI is doing? BI is writing some different SQL queries to fetch the data from the databases and return back to the users, right? So they are generating different reports. They are creating different dashboards, visualizations, taking all the decisions, checking the misusers what is the status or something like that. So they are processing that data and giving return back to the this users. Now what happens in the data science? So they take the data of this BI, whatever the people who was working in the BI business intelligence, so they are taking the processes follow-ups, means whatever that means application means SQL queries they are writing or visualization tricks they are using. So data science is checking that whatever the data is there present and processing that data. They are applying the different data science algorithms on that data and finding the insights from that data. Okay, so at the end of this means the input to that BI is the data, and output of the BI, the process means that structured data that is getting passed to the data science algorithms. Okay, so BI is different, data science is different. So input to the data science is the processed output. Means this is the one way, means one input to the data science. Data science can have multiple inputs. Either data can come from the any different systems, it can be come from the controllers, it can come from any IoT solutions, it can come from any IT related web services or something, it can come from the databases, it can come from the chatbots or anything. Means data can come from different sources. So BI is one source of the data from which we are taking the data and processing that data. So either we want to take some predictions, we want to check that means last 10 years what was that a number of people was subscribed to some policies on what was their tendency of purchasing that policy, in which period they purchase more, in which period the chances of purchasing is a bit less, what is their different trends that after purchasing one product they are purchasing to another product. So finding that trend, so they are taking all the BI data and processing that data and finding exact output or finding the predictions or doing some visualizations on the basis of the BI data. So we are taking that BI data and processing that using the data science algorithms. Did you got my query? Did you got my solutions?
Yes, it's pretty much looks yeah clear to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, so Miss BI is different. Miss you can say that Miss business intelligence people are also taking Miss going through the data science. They are also checking the data science algorithms they are applying, because these people knows that what happens in the BI, right? So these people understand the data, so they are going and understanding the data science and working on that data science algorithms, passing their data to the data science algorithms and writing the algorithms which will take the predictions, which will do the find the exactly insights from the data and give the some better results to the customers. Okay, so anyone has any other queries? Guys, you can ask the queries. Miss, it will be the interactive. It's not like one direction of communication. The way we take our mentor sessions, in the mentor session also lots of people comes and ask their real life problems. They ask their different challenges they are facing, and then they solve that problems. They get the architecture, they get the solution. So you can ask the questions related to your industry or the domain you are working on, or whatever the things you are doing. You can ask that questions. Okay. So coming back to the point in the deep learning here, as I was saying that there will be different layers will be there. Suppose this is the layer one, there is the one another layer, this is the layer two, there is the another layer, this is the layer three, we can say. So there can be the different layers, and we take the input data and pass it to that. We pass that to the means to the neural network layer. So in each layer, what exactly the machine will do? Suppose it is passing this image. Suppose here we are passing that image. It takes that image, processes this image and gives the output that if this face is a smiley or not, that if machine want to detect that face is smiley or not. So what they do there, they take this image in the number format, like in this 0101 format. So pass that to the neural network. Then neural network check that what are the different pixels of this image in the different layers, and then check that is that face is smiley or not. We are going to be in depth of this example, because today we are going to check the artificial neural network. We are going to see that how exactly that ANN or artificial intelligence works behind the screen. So you will doubt of that ANN will get very clear. And guys, means if you understand this, the thing I'm going to take next here, if you can understand this, then just imagine that you can understand the artificial intelligence. You can work on any AI project, you can work on data science and deep learning or anywhere. Okay. So give them more and more concentration for the next 10 minutes. So it will be very much clear about all the questions means you have about the artificial intelligence or neural network. So what exactly happens in the artificial intelligence, that if you see, this is our structure of our brain. This is the human's brain structure. So what happens in the human's brains, there are the thousands of different neurons are there. So thousands of neurons, means it's not like 1000 2000, it is lakhs of thousands of neurons will be there. So each neurons is performing some activity. So the structure of neurons is like that. There is the dendrites at the end. So that dendrites is taking connected with other dendrites. Suppose there is one another neuron. That neuron has some dendrites or axon terminals. That axon terminals are connected with this dendrite. And here some means another nucleus is there. For each neuron, there is the one nucleus at the center. That nucleus processes our input data and passes back to the next neuron. So right now you are listening to me, right? So what your brain is doing, so few thousands of neurons in your brain are getting activated. So they are giving the concentration, they are listening to me. So whatever the activities right now you are performing, so that 10,000 neurons are doing. Again, if you are moving your hand, at that time another 5,000 neurons will get activated. If you are moving your legs, some another 7,000 neurons will get activated. Just I'm giving one example that this is some arbitrary number. So this much neurons will get activated, and other few neurons means now your previous neurons will get deactivated, which was activated for moving the hand. Now when you will stop to move your legs, at that time these neurons will get stopped to activate, because whatever the process happens in our body or whatever the things we do in the day-to-day life, it is totally processing of the brain. So brain's neurons are passing that instruction to your body, that body is taking that decisions, right? If you are moving your hand, then brain is sending that instruction to the hand that move it, so it is moving. So it is not moving itself, because hand cannot take any decisions, right? Decisions taking part in your body is the brain. So thousands of neurons are getting activated in your brain, and they are taking that decision. So if 5,000 neurons, which is related to your hand, who takes the decisions, means you can say that there are different departments are there in your brain. So one department is taking the decisions related to moving your hand. One department is taking decisions for moving your legs. One department is taking the decision to listen someone. One department is taking decisions to think something. So there are the different decision departments in your brain. The thousands of crores of neurons are there, and they are functioning differently to take that all the decisions. So all the activities 24/7, all we are doing, all are happening something processing in our brain, right? So what is the input to the neuron? So if you see one neuron, there is one dendrites which takes the inputs from another neuron, and in the nucleus it passes that information, and that nucleus processes that information, pass it to the another axon terminal. So that axon terminal processes passes this information to that another neuron, right? So like that, this process of activating deactivating happens continuously. So only one thing happens here, that brains decides that which neurons he has to activate and which neurons he don't has to activate. This process of activation deactivation is the most important process. That is the only thing we have to understand in the artificial intelligence also. So if you compare this, means what our smart scientist was done in the 1980s 1990s, they took the replication of human brain, the way our brain works, they take the mimicry of that, do the mimicry, and created one algorithm who will take the input. There will be some mathematical functions. That mathematical functions will activate some neurons of that, or we can say activate some loops of that program, and deactivate some loops of that program, and will give you the output. Suppose if you are passing here one image, so this is the image of, suppose just consider this is the image of apple. Okay, so you are passing this image as apple by just converting it to numbers. Here there is one program is there. That program is nothing but you can just consider that everyone has seen that y is equal to mx plus c, right? I don't know, miss, anyone don't know that, miss, everyone knows that y is equal to mx plus c is the simple linear line of equation, right? So here, miss, if you see here that to detect that is it linear line of equation and what are the different values on that linear line of equation, we use this formula of the linear line of equation. So just consider that this type of formulas they are using in this in this bot here. Yes, line of equation. Yeah, right, Tularam. So here we are taking that line of equations formula here, and we are mistaking that the whatever the inputs we are getting. So this is the apple. So we are passing that apple's data to the artificial neural network, and we are checking that. Means if you just divide this apple in the small parts, so we are checking this is one pixel, this is one another pixel, this is another pixel, here one pixel, here one pixel. So they are passing these different pixels, and these neurons are getting activated and deactivated. So suppose there are the thousands of crores of neurons in this artificial neural network. So this is the one neuron. There can be thousands of crores of neurons. So that neurons are checking that, means there is some neuron that if this type of shape is there, so they will get activated. If this type of shape is there, then that they will get activated. So if this type of shape is there, they will get activated. So they will check that which activation, that which neuron they have to activate. So when you are passing this image to that model, they will check that which neurons out of that thousands of crores of neurons they want to activate, and they will activate that neuron. And at the end, they will tell to the machine as output that I have activated this neuron. So here they will say that I have activated this neuron, I have activated this neuron, I have activated this neuron, this neuron, this neuron, this neuron, this neuron, and these types of neurons. So finally here I have activated something related to that, and in system it is stored that if these types of neurons are getting activated, so this is the apple, right? Suppose if there is one another, means this is the face. So when the face is coming as input, so they knows that if this type of neuron getting activated, this type of neuron getting activated, these types of neuron getting activated, this type of neuron getting activated. So the system knows that if this much now neurons are getting activated from the out of total thousands of crores of neurons, then this is the face of the person, right? So like that, these things happen. So just I will take one small example. Suppose this is the image of 8, and you have divided this image in the pixels. So these are the different pixels, and you are passing that pixels to the machine, means that neural network. This is exactly things happens in the artificial neural network. So this is the whole concept behind the ANN or the neural network. If you can understand this, you can understand the artificial intelligence. Then if you understand this, there is no any necessity of going any 1 year of program. You can understand 1 month of program what exactly happens in the artificial intelligence. You can learn everything and you can start to work on that. So what exactly is we are doing here? Just this is the image of 8. We are dividing this image in small pixels, and here our algorithms are checking that. Let me go take it to the
Hey,
whiteboard.
hi, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, Vikram again.
Yeah, hi Vikram.
As like our human brain, by seeing the same thing again and again, then only we are able to recognize, or we are able to identify that shape is belongs to this item, right?
Right.
So for, let's say, identifying that the apple or this number 8 symbol,
Right.
so how many times do I need to train the system to detect exactly the this is the apple and this is the
Right.
pineapple, like that thing?
Right.
So how much time I need to train the system, or
Right.
it will be like let's say I train the system like once or twice,
Right.
okay, and
Right.
then
Right.
the system will be able to recognize this is the apple and this is the another thing, like that.
Yes. Yes.
So how much time I need to
Yeah.
train the system?
Yeah. Thanks for your curiosity that we are going to cover this point here in this example. I will explain you that point also. So how much time we need to train the model? Right. So just give me 2 minutes. That in this example itself, I will cover your question, answer to your question. Okay. So suppose this is the one image of the 8. Now there can be one another image of 8. It can be like this. It can be like this. It can be bit different also. We write the way we write. It can be like this also. It can be right like it also. Miss, these are different images of 8. So how we train to the model? We pass the different images of the 8 or each digit. Suppose you have to detect the digit between 0 to 10 or 0 to 9. So you will pass thousands of different big pictures of the 0, thousands of pictures of the 1, thousands of pictures of the 2, 3 till 9. So you will pass lakhs of records to the model. Then you will train to the model that this is the 8. Miss, when we are miss a small kid, miss, when we are kid, like say 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, and if someone shows that this is the elephant, right? So if we saw that this is the small, means if we have seen the small elephant, and after the 1 year or somewhere we go some zoo or we saw a big elephant, then also we detect that this is the elephant. We do not tell that means that at that time I was saw the small elephant, now it is a big elephant, I don't know what is that, right? We understand that means our brain get trained automatically that when I was saw that small elephant, this is the bigger version of this bigger elephant. But it is not to the machines we have to train. That means we have to train at least few instances. We have to train him at least for 10,000 times, 15,000 times for the get that better accuracy. So you here we are passing the different images. So you are passing, this is one image which is a bit different, this is another image, this is one another image. So you are passing hundreds of thousands of images of the 8 to the model, and then you are telling to the model that this is the number 8. Now when I will give you one new image which is not given to you previously, you have to tell me that which that image it is. If I will give the new image at runtime which I have not given you previously, means it is some same, like you have shown a elephant to the child and again you are showing the picture of that elephant, or you are showing the picture of elephant previously and now you are taking that child to the zoo and you are asking that what is that animal is, then that child is saying that this is the elephant, right? Because we are that much intelligent that we understand that means the same thing I was saw in the picture and it is just biggest form of that, and this is also elephant. But here in the system you have to train that model with the different images. You are making the system intelligent, right? The system are not intelligent, they are just box. They are just box. You are making them intelligent, you are putting intelligence in that, and you are sending the different images of the 8, and you are training the model that if this types of image comes then it is 8, if this type of image comes this is 9. Now on runtime, if I will give you the new data which is looking bit different or which is not exactly the data which I was passed you previously, none of that record is matching with that existing records which I was trained, you have to tell me exactly that which number it is, and model get trained. Okay, means if you are passing thousands of different images, then model can understand, can distinguish that this is the 8 and this is the 9. If you pass on runtime that one new image of the 8 and the new image of 9, the model will understand automatically that this is the image of 8 and this is the image of 9. So, and they will give you that exact accuracy that I'm thinking that it is 90% 8. Okay, this is the 90% 8, but I'm thinking it is 5% 9 also. Means that model is not 100% confirm that it is 8, but it can say that means it is 90% 8, but 5% it can be 9, 4% it can be the 3, because it is looking bit like 3. So here means till that much it is getting match, only this part is not matching. So it may be like 4% I'm thinking that it is miss of 3 also. So model will give that accuracy, but it will tell you that in 90% I am failing 8. So that we will take that means whatever the model is saying above 70% that this is the that specific object, then we will consider that this is the 8, or this is whatever the model is saying. So anyone has any query till here? Did you understand this miss exactly what is things happens in the artificial neural network?
Yes, yes,
Yes, yes.
yeah, pretty good.
Yeah. So same thing happens in the means when we apply the data science, machine learning, or any algorithm. What you are doing that you are passing the number of instances of that object. You are taking the small kid and you are showing that different images of the kid. Only that kid is so smart that he remembers all the images. If you take the real kid, he cannot remember all the images. And if you just imagine that that kid don't have any memory or anything, or that kid don't understand anything, just you have to train that kid that if this is the image of 8, then this is the mark it as 8. If this is the 8, then mark it as 8. So you have to pass the different images of 8, and you have to train to the small kid who don't know about the machine learning data science, or sorry, who is not intelligent, means it just box. The kid means I'm talking about the box or your machine. So that machine, and you want to train that machine that see these are the different objects. So now you will say that we talk about the 8. Now you are developing the Google automatic car. Okay, you are developing Google automatic car. What you will do in Google automatic car? Your car is driving on the road, going from one direction to another direction. There is one camera at the top of the car. That camera is taking all the direction of photos per second, thousands of millions of photos it is taking, and it is passing that photo to one algorithm in the data science or deep learning, whatever algorithm it is written in the inside the car. There is some engine, and it is taking that all the images and taking the decisions. So they are checking that there is the red signal, there is the people or someone is in front of your car, there is some trees there. You have to go in which direction on the Google map. Already you know that from which direction to which direction they have to go. He knows that this is the road and it closing here or it is closing somewhere here. I have to turn. So they are taking the different decisions. So you are passing the that camera is taking all the images, real time footage, live video, taking it in the small images, and lakhs of images are getting processed per millisecond. Very high computational Google based algorithms are getting implemented in these machines, and they are taking the decision that what I have to do the next. It looks simple, but it's a bit complex. But if you can understand this, then you can go ahead and work on that. You have to divide this problem in the small parts, and you can work on that. It is not difficult. Okay, people are working on that, and it will take time. It is not like today I will start and tomorrow I will develop the Google automatic car. Impossible, right? It will take 5 years, 10 years of experience, but one day you will go to that level. You will feel that yeah, it is simple. Developing Google automatic car, it is not difficult. If someone gives me data and tell me that this is the red signal, this is the green signal, this is the roads, this is the crossbar, this is the people, this is the tree, this is the different objects, this is the car, this is the building, and if I take all the images and then take the decisions that in which condition what decision I have to take, then I can also develop my own Google car, or I can develop my own algorithms. It definitely requires the teams of the hundreds of thousands of people who are working on these types of algorithms. But this is just one example I given to you. Anyone can work on that. It is not like something very complex they are doing. The complex thing which was there, it was already done in 1980s, 1990s, developing these AI based algorithms and all these things. Now you have to implement, you use that AI based algorithms, you have to modify them, use as per your requirement, and move ahead. Got everyone? Any queries, anything, any doubt anyone has? So just I will give you to learn the machine learning, data science, deep learning. Also we have some I will give you some brief idea about the courses we are running. So if you go to the InsideAIML.com, if you can check here that InsideAIML is product based company. We develop different automation systems. We develop different other problems. We resolve the problems of the companies who are working on the different AI projects, database science solutions, all these things. And we are providing end-to-end training as well. So if you go to the course content, the courses which we are providing here, you can see here that we have that courses for machine learning. We are dedicated only AI. It is not like we are taking the training on the Java and .NET and other platforms. So all our masters are focusing only AI to make the people more and more smart, to give more power to the users. So we are taking all these types of training. You can go and check that. If you go to the InsideAIML site, you can see that machine learning with Python statistics flexi course we are taking. So you will understand, you can ask that what exactly mean by flexi course. So the flexi course is nothing but the course where we are providing the mentorship support. So if you go to this course, machine learning with Python and statistics, you can see here that this course is the total 40. You can see here that more than 200 lectures are there in this one. You can see that Python, from the basics of the Python we have covered, like introduction, like how to install the Python from the till variables, declaration, list, libraries, functions, pandas, classes, oops concepts, exception handling, everything is there. Okay, even the speech recognition, testing, publishing, Django, everything is there. Plus we have that mini and mega projects in Python and machine learning.
No, I think it's pretty much clear for me. But the only thing is that I have doubt here. Let's say I'm already working on the somehow part of the Python in my company.
Okay.
So let's say if I'm at any kind of real time scenario and if I'm stuck there, so will you able to help me on that
Yes,
part
yes,
as
yes.
well in
Yeah, you will
your
get that support also.
mentorship?
Means when you are working on a project in your real life projects in your company, so you will get the support for that as well in the mentorship. So you can come up with your queries or doubts, whatever you are working on, and you can ask the queries in that mentorship session.
Okay, okay, fine. So
Yeah.
I'm going to subscribe this course right now. Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you.
then. Thanks. Yeah. Yeah.
Excuse
Someone
me,
is.
sir.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Actually, I had a doubt. Right now, I am working into testing,
Okay.
and I am planning to switch over to this machine learning area.
Okay.
I have gone through a few articles,
Okay.
and I have gone through few of the courses that you already have on the website.
Okay.
But since I am new to this, so I'm not aware of the order in which I should actually go.
माझं
So can
Yes.
you
अगोदरच कन्सिडर करून तुम्ही देऊ शकता रिचार्ज तर आम्ही नेहमी करतोच म्हणजे संपल्यानंतर असं काही नाहीये.
hello?
Okay, so you are saying that in which sequence you have to start. Okay, so yeah, so Miss, as you are asking this question, that if you are coming Miss from the other technical, non-technical background, so you can start with the basics of the Miss with machine learning with Python and statistics. So it will take you near about 1 month or 2 months. So it depends on how much time you or efforts you put. So if you start with the machine learning, then after the 2 months you will get all the hands-on experience on the Python. You will get all the experience on the different POCs or small projects. You will get understanding of the different algorithms, statistics, and all these parts. So this is the first session. First thing you have to do, you have to start with the Python. You have to develop small POC, small applications. So guys, it is there is no any hardcore rule that you will may start programming immediately. It is not possible any word that you will write very complex algorithms, complex projects immediately. You have to start somewhere. So you have to start with small, very small POC. Means just suppose the 10 years back when I was started to work on one of the AT&T's projects where when we want to do the automation of the all the tickets we are getting. So and in that case, what we was doing that we was taking the data from the database. So there was some Oracle database, and the user's query, whatever was getting tickets was getting created in Canopy application. So we were checking the status of the ticket on one website, and from that website we was taking that test that one ID and checking that ID in the database and finding that what is the exactly resolution given to that one and sending it back to the user. So this process was totally possible to automate that, right? So you have to automate this. What you will do, first upon you will divide your problem statement in the small parts. So when we want to start any machine learning or data science or any complex projects, or when you want to work on any real time applications, you have to divide your problem statement in the small parts, divide it in the break it in the small problem statements. So first problem statement is like I have to read the data from the site. So I have to write one Python program. That Python program should read the data from the sites. So search on the Google that how to read the data from the sites. So at least basic understanding of the Python and all these things you should have. That means how to write the program, what are the variables, data types, Python, pandas, and all these things are on the different machine learning algorithms. So once you have that basic knowledge, basic concepts, hold on the programming and logic part, then you can divide your problems and start to work on that slowly. You can take one problem statement, go and search for that related to queries to that, and solve that. So once you solve the 10 problem statements, you will complete your small POC. So your POC is nothing but 10 small problem statement part. Proof of concept is nothing but the 10 small POCs, 10 small problem statements you have to resolve. So the question you are asking that how you can go with the different courses. So as I told that you can go with the first upon machine learning with Python statistics, understand all the concepts, or you can also go for this course. This course is also coming in the offer. That means you are getting at very best price. If you go for the same course content, first upon you will be very much confused. That means which course to go. If you go to the Udemy or any other sites, you will be so much confused that which course I have to go. There will not be any clear idea that means I have to go for the machine learning or I have to go for the data science, or there are the hundreds of courses of the machine learning. So which course I have to go, and out of that which specific miss subscription I have to take. So instead of that, what you can do, you can go to miss one course and here, and you can understand that part. So once you understand that, then you can go and move ahead and go to the next sections. Okay.
Oh, okay, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks everyone. Thanks for joining for today's session. So if you have any queries, any doubts, you can come us, and how long we will be having access to this site. So once you subscribe to this course, the access to this course will be for the long time. So it is lifetime. It is not the few specific periods or something like that. it will for a long time. So it is not miss 1 year or 2 years of subscription. Once you subscribe to this course, you will get access to this course for the long time, for the lifetime.
Hello. Yeah. Sorry to ask another question, sir.
Yes.
I mean, since I am working in testing, so I have a little bit of background on programming, and as per my experience, whenever we write a code and any kind of error comes in, so it is very difficult to find out that error. So usually, what I used to do is I used to work with someone else who used to review my code, and then we used to move ahead. So in
Right.
this way, if we are stuck anywhere, so will we be getting any kind of guidance from someone or
Yes, yes.
someone we can talk to?
Yeah, we are providing the guidance in the mentorship support which we are providing. That mentorship support you have access for the 2 months or 3 months. So if you are going for the machine learning with Python statistics, you will get the 2 months of access. For the data science, you will get the 3 months of access for the mentorship. So whatever the real life projects you are working on, you will get the guidance, you will get the help on that. So you can apply and work on. You can ask that questions, queries, and get resolve your queries. So you will get that support.
Can you elaborate? I mean, a bit. When
Yeah.
you
So
say
suppose
mentorship,
if you are working on the you are working on the testing, right? You are working on the testing, and at that time, if you face some challenge, like you are automating that testing task, and out of that, there are some list of action items you have to work on. So you are facing one challenge in the specific task. So you can ask that question in that live mentorship support. Is this your question, right?
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, you can ask that one.
Is it every day
It
that
will
we
be on
can?
Saturday for 2 hours. For every Saturday, you can connect for the 2 hours for the 2 months for machine learning and for 3 months for data science. Yeah, Sachin is asking that is mathematics and statistics background necessary? Yes, Sachin, for machine learning and data science, statistics background is bit necessary. You have to be bit understanding. It depends on the number of algorithms you are working on, number of means the complexity of that algorithm you are working on. So sometimes it required, sometimes it is not required. So it is good to have that knowledge of the statistics when you are going to work on some complex problem statements. If it is very simple, at that time it is not required. But when it is a bit complex or some custom solutions you have to work on, definitely you have to go and work on the statistics. You have to understand the statistics and solve your queries or solve your problems with using the statistics. Thanks, Vikram. Thanks for subscription. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, most means actually we have only 10 seats was remaining for the today, and most of the seats has already closed. 6 people has already subscribed. I hope only that 2-3 seats are remaining. So all the seats will get closed, and means after that this offer will not be valid for this session. So whoever want to subscribe, they can apply this offer code and get access to all the course content. Also, whatever the mentorship sessions we are taking, you will get the recorded sessions of that as well, and you can get access to all the recorded sessions of the mentorship session plus the course content whatever we have. Thanks, Onkar. Thanks for subscription. Thanks everyone. Thanks for subscription. Keep subscription high. Keep enrolling so you can get access to all the course content on all the features we are providing. Thanks everyone. Thanks for joining. So we can close the today's session. So if you have any queries, anything, you can come us in our mentorship sessions, which is on every Saturday, and you can ping us there. Thanks everyone. Just I'm sharing the feedback link, so you can share your feedback on this one. Just I'm sharing it here to everyone. Yeah. Thank you everyone.